Live. We're going to be packing 39 items this morning, bright and early on a Monday morning. So hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope you had some good sales. My sales were obviously pretty good. I was excited about that. I've been listing a lot more, making a big effort. That was one of the New Year's resolutions, which I'm going to continue with. Actually, I have to continue with because it's my business. I want to list 15 to 20 items a day. And the more you put in, the more you get out. So 39 items we're selling today. So if you're watching this later, you can hit replay or ask any questions like always. I'll try my best to show you the labels and everything. I know I look like Bart Simpson. I'm just working on my tan, but no, the lights are kind of weird, but I can show you the labels better this way. That way you can see exactly what I'm selling. So again, hope you had a good weekend. I listened to a lot of podcasts this weekend. Well, I guess the past like 4 days or so, a little bit into last week, but listen to some good stuff, good stuff. So if I can have some takeaways during this, I will talk about them. I definitely have takeaways, but I'll talk about them during this live. First thing I sold was this LL Bean 2XL tall. So double XL tall, these things always sell better. For some reason with the LL Bean, like you just find so many bigger sizes as with these flannels and they sell so well. So the bigger size LL Bean, and this is, I put like a mini herringbone. So this, or herringbone, mini houndstooth. That's a mini houndstooth pattern. I always tell people, if you're learning patterns, if you're new to the game, you can just go to Google and search clothing patterns or men's suit patterns or whatever, and a lot of stuff will pop up. So herringbone and houndstooth, and then you can look, it'll have plaid and window pane and all that sort of stuff. Good morning, Dorothy. Peace. Welcome in. You're up bright and early too, depending on where you are. It could be really early. I'm on the East Coast, but this is going out ground. What are some of the things I took away? Well, if you're part-time, it's okay. It makes sense. What's up, Felix? I missed you too. Thanks for hopping in, Felix. Your stuff's on the way. I dropped it off this morning. So I had a whatnot show last night, packed everything up late, dropped my daughter off, again, scheduled, dropped my daughter off, went to the post office, dropped off all the 55 orders, and then now I'm packing eBay orders, so 39 of them. And what I was going to say is, one of the podcasts I listen to is, I won't tell you the podcast, but there's a reseller out there who's very successful. He said, if you treat reselling like a full-time job, you will get paid like a full-time job. And that's one of those things that, like, if you slack off, if you're taking pictures and you get on your phone, you're scrolling YouTube and Facebook and watching stuff of mine or other people, just kidding. You might not treat it like a full-time job because you can't do that a lot of times at a full-time job. So treat this like a full-time job and you'll get paid like a full-time job. That's something I learned. So that went out to Hunter. Sorry I didn't tell you everything. My bike, I'll just tell you what I paid. So $5 for this. I sold it for $19.99. Let's see. Patriot Girl from Naples, Florida. Good morning. I'm in Florida too. Dorothy, you guys are in Florida. So same time zone, just much warmer than here. I forgot about your show last night. It's okay, Patriot Girl. No problem. It was fun. It was just, again, hang out. Hopefully people got what they wanted and got some deals and stuff. Felix is in the chat over on Facebook and we restream. So this is on Facebook and YouTube. And he actually won a giveaway, a Lululemon keychain. Don't watch shirts. Check. All right. American Giant. This is a good brand. It's going out in a padded flat rate. I'm really not sure why I hit padded flat rate, but it probably because it's a good brand. I want to make sure it's secure, but American Giant, size large. Again, I'm going to show you that symbol right there. American Giant, look for that logo. It's one of those sleepers. Like most people, most thrift stores are going to pass on this one until they watch this video, and they're not. But it's a Henley, and American Giant's a good brand, especially find it in like sweatshirts and heavier materials. This is just a Henley. Give it a good old roll fold. And I bought it for $5, sold it for $27.88. So $5, $27.88. Again, probably already said it, but buyer pays shipping. Buyer pays shipping. I wish I was in Florida right now. That would be nice. Let me think of some of the other things. So if I were part-time, it was mostly about full-time reselling. But one of the podcasts I listened to was very recent, and like it was produced in 2024 and released in just last week, and talking about how a lot of people are having reseller fatigue right now. I'm not sure why it was. Even people that have been in the game a long time, they said they've seen a lot of people leave. I've seen a lot of people come to the reselling over last year. So if you're doing well right now and last year, that's pretty good, because a lot of resellers that have been around a while seen the market go down a little bit maybe. But so good for you if you're doing well, because a lot of people are leaving. So a lot of people are quitting their jobs, and you guys are filling the jobs. Felix, did you list Macintosh Shine yet? Clean the stickers off at least. So Felix, I bought that Macintosh display from your town, Chi-Town, Chicago. And Beardo was mad because I could make a lot of money on that, and he wanted to make money on that. But the thing was, I have a really good friend. Actually, my friend gives me a lot of connections with people. For example, all that double RL that I got, I'm packing 2 pairs of jeans here that I got really good deal. I bought the whole buyout was through him. So Macintosh is like a really high. You'll probably not, I've never seen it here in Indy. High end, like turntables and things, and tube like amplifiers. And I found a display. You don't see those very often. And he really wanted it, so I got it. I'm going to give it to him for purchasing price, Felix. So I'm going to give it to him for what I paid, even though I could triple my money. I paid $250, $275 after taxes, $276 after taxes. I could have probably sold that for $1,000. But in this business, also, you have to make connections and do favors for people and stuff like that. So that's going free to somebody. All right, well, they're paying, but I'm not making any money off of them. This is a Vineyard Vines. Again, Vineyard Vines, just a regular old 2XL. As long as I will buy the Murray shirt. So there's 2 shirts. This is the Tucker shirt. The Tucker shirt will always have the little emblem right here. And the Murray shirt will have a little square right here with a pink whale in it. I prefer the logo shirts, but the Murray shirts sell well too. They will sell. So these are a Surf's Up method thing where I have a ton of them, and I can just list them in like a minute or two. Super quick, really easy. If I could have all these on Polo Ralph Lauren's, I could list 50 of these a day and have a full-time business and be happy with that. What's up, Cindy Connor on YouTube? Thanks for joining me this morning. Hope everyone's sales were good. Let me know how your sales were. I don't know. I'd like to hear how other people are doing, like how their sales are doing. Obviously, it's like when you don't list, your sales aren't great, and then you start listing and things start selling. Imagine that. What's up, Target? Greystone, everybody. Good morning. Stacy, my eyes are bad. Howdy from Florida. Everyone's in Florida. It's snow. I'm not saying you guys are snowbirds, but it's snowbird season. In fact, our neighbors just left and said, "Can you watch our house?" They're going to like Carolina, one of the Carolinas, which I don't think is super warm there, but warmer than here in Indiana. So, all right, that's going out. What did I pay? I paid $5. Actually paid $4.99. And then if you spend over $20 at our Goodwills, you get $10 off or 10% off. So basically, I always get my tax off. So $4.99 is pretty much what I paid for this. I sold it for $20. Via promoted, no, just $20, $19.99. Ask questions if you have any. Thanks for a super fun Whatnot show last night. It was my first one. Courtney, it was fun. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Again, if you're watching this later, totally come and hang out. Don't feel like you need to buy anything. If there's a steal there, buy it. If not, whatever. I don't care. It's fun. I love having fun. I love the games. You know, being a teacher, that creativity, like coming up with different things. If you weren't there, you can rewatch it on Whatnot, but it's embarrassing probably. Where's that Supreme hoodie? Okay, I found it. Sales okay. 10. I guess I want to see. So if your sales, like put like the number you sold / how many you have in your store. So 10 out of how many? Curious to see like the percentage. So I sold 39 items and I have 3,900 items in my store. So yeah, it's not too bad. Sales are good. Hello from Montgomery, Alabama. What's up, Alabama? 8 sales. That's good. I mean, it depends how many you have. Like I always say, If I have one sale out of 100 or 1 to 2 sales out of 100, I'm happy that day. So 1 to 2 sales a day, one out of 100, 1 to 2% a day. I'm happy with that. So my goal, since having right at how many listings do I have? Just at 1,400. If I have 1,400 listings, I want to sell 14 or more items a day. That's my goal. 10 out of 1,400. There you go. So 10 out of 1,400. If you have 10 out of 1,400 days, just under 1%. If you did it in a day, 8 out of 620. There you go. So it kind of gives you an idea. I listed a bunch this weekend. I get my store to 150, slowly chipping away. Exactly. Slowly chipping away. And then you're going to start getting a whole bunch of sales that you're going to be like, oh, I can't keep up. But just remember, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I remember I had like 15 or 1,600 items. I just got to 1,400 items back again. I haven't been there since June. And like 5 hours later, I was back under 1,400. I'm like, dang it. But that's a good thing, right? Things are selling. So this is a Champion Supreme hoodie. Obviously, if you're going to see a big old hit like that with Champion and Supreme on it, your eyes are going to catch. The problem with this was it has a little stain right here. Again, you might not be, there it is right there. So a little stain right there. I spray shot it. I washed it 2 or 3 times. It would not come out. So I listed it at auction, knowing, hey, I put $5 into it. We'll just see what happens. And I obviously pointed it out. And someone bought it for $49. So $49, someone bought it at auction. So good for me, because I paid $5. I didn't even see that stain there. But that just goes to show you, if it's a good item, it will sell. Let's see. 39 sales since Friday. Yeah. So know what? 39 sales since Friday. Yeah. 39 since Friday. It was a good weekend. They just kept coming in. I listed, and this is all eBay. I just sell on eBay, guys. Again, I don't think I'm going to move over to Poshmark or anything until I can prove to myself I can list 15 to 20 items a day. If I can do that and then still have extra time in my day, I'm going to spend that extra time to cross list. But right now, my focus is throwing as much on eBay as I can, because I get plenty of sales there. Why have an item quantity listing goal instead of an expected sales amount listing goal? Why have an item quantity listing goal instead of expected sales amount listing goal? Felix, that's a good question. You might know the answer to that already. I like to have an item quantity goal every day, because items quantity listed. Yeah, I like to have an items listed goal every day instead of how many sales, because I can control how many things I list. I cannot control how many sales I get, right? I've been saying that for the past like 3 months, and that's a big thing I preached. And when I taught kids about not kids, I guess when I was at a college doing personal training and talking to other adults, because they wanted to know about how to lose weight, being a PE teacher and exercising. And I always said, you can't control how much weight you lose. I want to lose 20 pounds by spring break. You can't control that. The only thing you control is how often you work out, and the results will come. So if you can control items a day you can list, you can't control how many you sell, but if you take the right items, put them at the right price, and take the right pictures, you will sell the items. I'm excited. I found a Vineyard Vines Kansas City Chiefs quarter zip at the bins. Also a 1989, 1986 Van Halen t-shirt. That's hot right now. Obviously, you probably know that. That's a super hot item right now. Van Halen t-shirt. But there you go. Chiefs are in the playoffs. We know that. Hopefully, if you like the Chiefs, they'll go far. But yeah, that's a good pickup too. Vineyard Vine Chiefs. Vineyard Vine makes, if you go to like different cities like Chicago, Felix is in Chicago, you go to Wrigley Field or Wrigleyville even, they'll have Vineyard Vine stuff with the Cubs on it. So this is going out in a Tyvek envelope. Again, $5 into $49. Looking for my tape. Let's see. Anything used to list item? Anything you use to list items? I feel like it takes so long for me. Yes. So that's one of those things that I'm working on too, always being efficient at listing. So again, it's different for everyone. Whatever works best for you, whatever works best for your back, or whatever works best for your note process. If you take your pictures here, you can come over here and do all your listings. You're not walking far. You're not walking up and down or around the house. You're spending less time walking. If you have a picture box, that might make your pictures look better. So for me, the quickest way for me is to lay stuff on the ground, take pictures with the measurements, and then that way I don't have to put the measurements in my listing. I have pictures of the measurements, and then I do it all from my phone. So I have my phone. I'm going to be listing everything from my phone. I do sell similar for most of my items. And if you have a small store, it's going to be harder to do that for your items that have already sold, because that's going to have like your policies in there, your shipping already in there, all that sort of stuff. But you can do sell similar from someone else's item. Some people don't like doing that. I don't know why they wouldn't like doing it. It's like all the work's already done for you. So JJ Watt, just kidding, LJ got this one. So thanks for the purchase, LJ. Great. Stacy says, great. Should I buy eBay labels if I have no printer? Should you buy eBay label? What do you mean? Should you buy eBay labels if you have no printer? Are you talking about like a thermal printer? If you have no thermal printer? Good morning from Tennessee. Sold 3 out of 102. There you go. That's higher. That's like a 2-point-something% sell-through rate, which is pretty good, which is good for me, at least. How many do you list today? Right now, my goal is 15 a day. So while I'm packing this next item, this came out of, actually, I'm doing 2 out of this. Again, that big Polo Ralph Lauren at that thrift store. I think I did a video where I saw all that stuff. You guys have seen it probably. It's a short or reel, whatever they are now, where I bought all that Polo stuff. But this came out of it. So I spent $7.99 on most of the shirts with 20% off. So whatever that would be. And this one sold for $34.99. It's the Polo Ralph Lauren. It does have that faux leather. Sorry, I already buttoned it, but that like faux leather right there. It's polyester, I think. But yeah, let's see. Trying to do 15 to 20 a day. So the story today is my daughter's at school, my wife's at school, my son is home today because it's a teacher work day. So I'm doing this, and now I'm going to go take pictures upstairs of a ton of items. I'm going to take him and his friend to one of those Jump Sky Zone places. I'm going to sit in massage chairs there, and I'm going to list on my phone. So I'll be there for an hour. I'll be able to list probably 15 items and then draft another 15 or so. So that's why I like listing from my phone, because I can go do other things and just list right from my phone. But that's how I do it. You can do it from your computer if that's faster and easier for you. To each their own. I'm against whatever works for you. I mean, I'm for whatever works for you. I'm against whatever works for you. All right, Talon. That's a cool name, Talon. All right. Also found an alpaca scarf. Cindy, alpaca. It's like a really good material. If you can find alpaca sweaters, Polo Ralph Lauren, my favorite, they do really well. When you list a suit, I'm walking. When you listen to I'm walking, do you measure the pants also? If you do just the suit as a 44, etc. Yes. So I have a little bit of confusion in that question, but I'll just tell you how to do a suit. So when I list a suit, I will the only thing I don't measure, which some people ask, which is fine, but I don't do the shoulder to shoulder, which you can. It's one extra measurement. It takes 5-10 seconds. I just don't do it. But I'll do a pit to pit. I'll do an arm length measurement, and I'll do a top to bottom hem measurement, and then I also do the pants. So I do a waist measurement. I never trust on suits. I never trust the size of the pants. If they say 34 by 32, I never trust that. So I do a waist measurement, and then I lay the pants flat to do an NC measurement, and I'll flip over the bottom cuff because usually they're always tailored. So you can see how much room there is to let out. Like it might be tailored this much. And I'll lay it next to a ruler. So this pant leg might come out to a 32. And then it will show how much can be let out. So the buyer can see, I can let out another inch or inch and a half. So you don't get that extra question. And those are all things I learned along the way. So people would ask, how much can I let out of the cuff at the pants at the bottom hem? And then I'm like, why don't I just take pictures like that? And then people can see it in the picture. So that's what I do. I use your way of listing and packing. I even have sold stuff using your template. There you go, Cindy. Yes, please use my template. I mean, why reinvent the wheel? I mean, also, like everything, I made a video about it a long time ago, and it might be controversial. You can do things you want, but like I do everything the easiest, like laziest way possible without cutting corners. And I mean that. Like I do my pictures on the ground. Anyone can do that with measurements, but I take a good picture of the first picture is good. The packing, I don't do anything special. I don't write a note. I don't do special bags. I don't do everything's just super easy, quick, efficient. And guess what? I have good feedback. I don't get anybody mad at me or anything. So if people aren't mad at me, I'm getting repeat buyers. Literally, there's a repeat buyer right there. I mean, but do it your own way. If you're building your business, do whatever your own way, but I appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to copy me, do it. That's why I'm on here. Doug, yes, Doug. Doug. Should I buy eBay labels if I have no printer? Yes. So if you have just a regular inkjet printer at home, I definitely recommend buying your labels at home and printing them off on an inkjet printer and then taping that onto your box, because you don't want to go to the post office and pay full price. You can save a couple bucks by shipping it from your house and printing off the label at home. So you don't have to have a thermal printer to do it. If you sell similar from other people, you get their business policy. That why not to do good? No. So Bobby, you won't get their business policy. The only thing you do with you do sell similar from other people, the only thing you get is like their measurement, or I mean, their packing, like their measurements of their packing. And I already do all my, I change that anyways. So if I sell similar from someone else, they might have a ton of item specifics. Some of those I might take out. Other of them, I'm going to change some of those because the size might be different. So the description or their policy won't translate over to yours. And my policy is all in my description. I think I've told you guys this before, but there are always new people. In my phone, on my notes, I have my policy. It starts out with, thank you for your interest in the item. I take detailed pictures, yada, yada, yada. And then it has returns, a paragraph, shipping, a paragraph, and then a whole bunch of other stuff. I literally copy and paste that and put that in my description. I don't put anything else in my description but this. Unless there's a flaw in the item, I'll put it at the top of the description, which is 1 out of every like 200 items. No problem. Don't ever say sorry to me, guys. There's no ever sorry. Sorry for the typo. Don't worry about it. It's supposed to be, do you measure the pants? So yeah, I measure the pants. Also, you can do like you can do the inseam and then the rise. So on dress pants, you can do like the crotch to the top, the rise. I don't really have like a template. Someone she went to my maybe one of my listings and used one of my listings as like their template, like a self-similar, just like what we were talking about. You have probably funded your vacation with the double Ralph Lauren sales. Oh yeah, I sold 2 more pants, 2 more jeans too, and I have 5 left. It's sad, they're dwindling away. Those sales are so good. eBay shipping label. When you top it all out to measurements on a shirt, do you do the front and the back? Sometimes it's different. Sometimes it is different. Actually, when I do it on a shirt, I will actually just do it from the top of the shoulder on a shirt. Sometimes I'll do it from the top of the collar, but a lot of times I'll do it from the top of the shirt, top of the right here, the collar, all the way to the bottom. Shirts are usually the same, the back and the front. Suits aren't. Sometimes the back of the suit can be higher than the front. So a lot of times on suits, I'll take a picture of the front with like one of the things folded over a little bit, or they can see the back and the front. So they can see, oh, through there, the back looks like it's 39 inches long, and then the front's another 2 inches off of that. So that's how I do it. Let's see. Found a pair of Selvage 7 for All Mankind. Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen that. Bootcut men's jeans. New to vintage. Comps are all over the place. No comps for bootcut. How much more are the jeans worth due to them being selvage? Look at other 7 for All Mankind jeans that are selvage if they're not boot cut, like a straight, like I think they have a Slimmy, I think they have an Austin. See what those are priced at, and then just price yours similar to those, maybe. But if they're, let's say you can't find anything and the boot cut sells for $29.99, I'd probably price mine at like $39.99 or best offer. Selvage doesn't mean like the price goes sky high, but it's usually more desirable, especially on like high-end brands. Okay, eBay prompts you to buy their labels. Yeah, Doug, I would buy, I buy all my labels through eBay. So every label you see me printing out is through eBay. So I buy all my labels through eBay. I don't do any pirate ship. I just print them all through eBay. They're already tracked. I don't have to do anything. You can link your eBay to pirate ship, but I find it easiest just to do it all through eBay. You get the cheapest price pretty much 99% of the time compared to pirate ship, but it's always going to be cheaper than the post office. Different policies, not description. It's under account. It gets so complicated. Sorry. No, it's fine, Bobby. Stop saying sorry, guys. Stop it. Okay. I like where this, okay. I was like, where is this temp? Where is this temp? What you talking about, Hyson? Good morning, Mary. All right. Let's get back to packing some stuff. Next item that sold within like a couple days. Again, I've been going to my storage unit, getting items that are the heaviest and stuff right now. This one sold really quickly. Again, not a brand I always pick up, but this is not an outlet, J. Crew. So the outlet, as you know, will have the little dots under J. Crew. This does not. So this is the actual store. And it has a PrimaLoft. It's just a jacket. Just a regular old jacket. It's got the buttons and a zip. Nothing really to talk about. It's navy blue. And that's it. It's not down. It's PrimaLoft. So it's like that polyester, whatever. And bought this would have been $5.99 or $9.99. I sold it for a best offer of $65. So $65. This is going out ground. So it's going to go out one of my larger poly mailers. I'm just going to roll it up like that. You guys know how I do. Sorry. I know. Yeah, so I use a big poly mailer. You can get these anywhere, whatever. I get them off eBay with if you have a store, you guys know you get a certain store, you get a coupon for shipping supplies, and I use it for different shipping supplies. One time I used it all for these poly mailers, but the shipping supplies are getting more expensive. I said this, I think last time, I can only get so many now. But another thing that you guys probably already know, but you have to list something every day. You need to list every single day. Something I'm working on is my schedule, not just a daily schedule. A weekly schedule, not just a weekly schedule, but a daily schedule. So today's different because we're packing in the morning, but I want to be able to come home, take pictures, work the whole way through it. Don't take any breaks. Take like 20, 30 pictures every day, and then start listing them. And then I can work on other content, other stuff, have more time to take pictures or whatever. And then the other days I'll source all day long. So going to try to have more of a daily schedule. And then I also list a little bit at night while I'm just chilling, watching TV. I've always done that. So that's nothing new. Big thing for me is like spending more time with my family during family hours, which means like when the kids are up. So I want to make sure I'm giving them all my attention. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren. We just talked about this not too long ago. I sold one, and the same day that I sold one, a turtleneck like this, but the horse was on the chest. I found one just like it the same day I sold one. So I'm like, well, if that one sold, I should pick this one up too. And I did. I priced it the exact same, $22.99. I paid $5 for it. Just get up at 4 a.m. like Ethan. Felix, there ain't no way. One thing about me, like I totally wish I was one of those people that could go to bed at 2 and wake up at 5. I can't. Sleep, like it's important to me. When I don't get sleep, like it's not good. I get in a bad place. So sleep is just, my body needs sleep. My mind needs sleep. I really do wish I was one of those people. Think how much more work you could get done if you had an extra 4 hours a day. But it's just, I can't. I really wish I was. Really wish I was one of those people. I picked up Holderness and Bourne because of your videos too. Cindy, such a good brand. I'm glad you do. That is, Holderness and Bourne is a really good brand. I'm trying to think if I picked up any recently. I don't think I picked up recently. It's just a hard brand to find, which means it's more rare and it's a good brand to pick up. That's awesome. They make polos, which you probably picked up, and other stuff. I was telling Bearded this weekend, when it comes to, I like to buy clothing like retail arbitrage that is generally made for the sport or whatever it's made for. So Peter Millar, Holderness and Bourne, all those items, I prefer to buy their polos that people can wear on a golf course, their shorts that people wear on a golf course. If it's Peter Millar, I prefer to buy like the wicking pants over the cotton pants because they're kind of seasonal. Like right now, you'll go into TJ Maxx and they'll have a Peter Millar for retail $300 marked down to 50 or 60 bucks. That's a tough seller. I like to buy the polos that are retail 110 and I can buy them on clearance for 20 and flip them for 50 or 60 just because that brand is known for being out on the golf course. Me personally, it doesn't mean I'm not going to buy them. I will definitely buy them, but just saying, actually one of these items right here is a quarter zip, but you can wear that on a golf course. These, on the other hand, are, so I actually sold two. I have a whole box here full of BKE. This is all BKE, but I also put Big Stitch denim in there too that look like BKE. So this brand is called Big Star. You've probably heard of it. I like to pick Big Star up just like I do BKE, and another pair that I'll show you in a little bit, and only in men's. I don't like to pick it up in women's anymore. Let's see. Do you draft all your inventory when you purchase, or do you get ready to list? Good question. Like the items you have in storage. Good question, Nicole. So the question is, do I draft it when I purchase it, or do I do it later? I do mine later. Now, I went thrifting with Bearded Thrifter, was a friend of mine, and it's a little bit different because with clothing, I know if it's good or not. Okay, that's good. I'm going to throw it in my cart. Okay, that's good. I'm going to throw it in my cart. He does a lot of things like, let's see how much this goes for. So he'll find it on eBay and he'll say, oh, this goes for $30. I'm going to click sell similar. And then that's a draft for later and he'll buy the item. So he'll go back to his drafts and he'll have it priced. He'll do sell similar and then price it where he wants it and make a draft that way. So when you buy your item, you can draft it that day. And then whenever you get to that item, it will be there waiting for you. But I think drafts do delete after a certain amount of time, but not me. I don't draft my items until I list them. And when I mean draft an item in a draft bank, I mean it's ready to hit list. So these sold for $26.99. I pay $7.99 for jeans. So $26.99 for these Big Star. If I can find Big Star, always look to make sure there's not a lot of heel drag on jeans. Especially Big Star and BKE. I don't usually like to buy any jeans with heel drag unless they're like $300 jeans. And these are not those. So this is going to Josh and it's going into a padded flat rate. So you guys know I like to do padded flat rate for all my jeans and most of my pants. My big boy pants. Green 511. Someone said the other day in my video, 511 doesn't sell for them. And that's totally good. Some things sell for some people, some things don't. 511, certain items sell really well for me. These are 511 tactical green pants. They're the cargo, and they have the rip stop. So if you see the little squares in there, if you look really closely, you see the little squares. That means it's rip stop. Exactly what it means. It stops a rip. Those little squares do. And it's really easy to find a 511. If you guys don't know, there's a 7-digit code. It always usually starts with a 7, so there's a 5-digit code that starts with a 7, and that's how you look up the pants. You just type that in, this exact model comes up, you can sell similar and go from there. These sold for $22.88. I paid $4.99 for these. Let's see. How do you have your label purchase set up? So as far as label purchasing, the way I do my this whole process right here is I get my phone out and I start out with what sold the latest And then I get all those materials or all those items from my bins and I put them here in front of me on top of each other. And then I do a mass print. So I print all my labels from eBay on my thermal printer. And then they're all in order from where I got them out of the bin. So I'm not looking through which one's which. So they're all in order. Now, since I picked earlier, I picked the earliest sale, like the latest sale, I guess you should say. They're at the bottom to the things that sold on Friday. They're at the top. So right now I'm packing the things that sold Friday, and then we'll be going to Saturday and to Sunday into like overnight. And so that's how that works. Again, want to make sure it's going to the right buyer. I always double check. You see me looking at my phone, double checking, making sure it's going to the right item. Hopefully that answered your question. Material is important in picking up for what to pick up. Yeah, material is definitely important. Material is one of those things that can make or break an item. Polo Ralph Lauren sweater, just a V-neck with a horse. I usually don't pick those up, but if they were cashmere or silk, I pick it up for $5. Found some cool diesel jeans Friday. Looked at comps. Looks like they're made in Italy, but maybe all are. Yes. So Audra, diesels for sure pickup for me. As long as there's no heel drag and they're men's, they're $7.99 for me. I will pick up any pair of diesel jeans I find at $7.99 as long as there are no flaws. Here's a pair right here. Again, my system is not pre-bagged and all that stuff. I do like items, so I know exactly where everything is. Here's a pair of diesel jeans right here. They haven't sold yet, but they will. The brand or the name is Zaf, so they're super easy to look up if you find diesel jeans because they usually have a name on them. And then again, no heel drag. So I like to get diesels. They sell for good money. Always usually over $30. Always usually over $30. Next item. This also came from the Polo Ralph Lauren thrift binge, whatever I got, that big haul I got. These, I only got 2 pairs of pants out of it. New without tags is what I put them at. Actually, I did put new with tags. And sold these for $32.99. These were $7.99. Do you list all your items on an inventory spreadsheet before you store them in your storage tubs to be listed stacked so you know what you're actually having in stock? Or do you wait until it actually lists the item? Yeah, so I wait until I list. So when I buy the item, I put it in inventory, and then I'll do all my other spreadsheet and all that stuff later after the item sells and list it. So I know how much everything sells for. Obviously, I bought it for. I say it off the top of my head because our thrift stores are all priced the same. Like if I lived, let's say in Florida and went to where K-Way goes, red, white, and blue, that would be, I couldn't do that. I'd have to list every item individually because all the items are priced different. Where I live, they're all priced the same. So I know how much a shirt costs and things like that. But some of these retail arbitrage are different. These are going out padded flat rate. I'm getting this. I pulled out one of these. So padded flat rate. These sold for $32.99. I paid $7.99. BKE and Big Star at $9.68 to $10.97 at our regular thrift stores. They changed their prices at the same time. They took away 50% of tags yesterday, replaced with the new program. Bobby, they replaced ours with the new program and they promoted it like this way you get more rewards more often. No, you don't. No, you don't. That was a lie. Our thrift store, it's a lie. You don't get more rewards more often. And I like all the employees. They have nothing to do with that. It comes from up top. But yeah, they got rid of our 50% off. Actually, I haven't even talked about that for a long, long time. So our thrift stores used to have 50% off tag every week. We used to have 99-cent Sundays. There used to be everything priced the exact same. All the clothing's priced about the same, but the shoes were all $7.99. The boots were all $7.99. The shoes were $4.99. Flip-flops $1.99. Those were the glory days. Now it's not that way. What's up, Leslie? AKA Central Illinois. But yeah, BKE and Big Star at $10. If they're in good shape and a good size, like longer length, I'd still pick them up for $10, $9 to $10. I'd still pick those up because I sell them for $27 to $32. I still would pick them up, I think. Here's a weird, these were absolutely nasty, but I cleaned them up. So these red, white, and blue, I think I posted a picture on my Instagram not too long ago, but these red, white, and blue Jordans, I picked these up for $9. You can see on the bottom, they are $9. Whoop. You can see right there now, $9. They were really, really nasty. But I cleaned them up and they sold for, I took a best offer, 115. I think I had them listed. I don't even know what I had them listed at, 100 and something. They've been listing a couple months. Someone offered, I saw it was over 100, accept, done. So these actually have to go to FedEx because they are, they have to get authenticated. So through eBay's authentication program. So I had to print out a separate label to go to FedEx. So I'll have to drop these off at FedEx instead of the post office. What's up, Casey? Look, Leslie and Casey came in at the same time. What's up, ladies? Do you take all your pictures at first and then go back later and listen? That's exactly what I do. I take all my pictures first. So I will go upstairs after this and I will take picture after picture after picture, item after item after item. Take all my pictures on my phone. And then I'll go back later. For example, today, like I said earlier, I'm going to go back and we're going to go to a jump place like Sky Zone, and I will sit in a chair while my son and his friend go and play, and I will sit there and just list from my phone. So I took all the pictures, and then I can list from anywhere that I need to. So if something were to happen, I'm putting these in a box. I would really love to put these in a priority box like this. They would fit perfectly, but I can't because they're going through FedEx. So can't do that. So I'm going to put them in a box with some of these bubbles. So what's up, Jennifer? Thanks for the surfboard. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Should about the whole picture thing. Again, to each your own. Whatever works best for you. You may try that and be like, this just doesn't work. This sucks. Don't do it. There might be other ways that I would like better, like getting a light box or something. I just don't have room for it. I have had the umbrellas. I've taken pictures in different places in my house. I just had to go to try different things that work best for me. And this is what I found, doing it on the floor of my kitchen. So these sold for $115. I paid $9 for them. And again, I get that 10% off. So I really paid $9. This came out of my storage unit last week. I have like 5 boxes. I already went through 2 this weekend. But it's called First Tactical. So First Tactical, it's like $5.11. I thought it was a pretty good brand, but I sold it. I looked at comps and I listed it based on comp prices. I listed it at $15.88. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't get this brand again. I thought it would sell for more. $15.88, and it sold within like a day or two. But the other ones sold for around that price too. So I know we've all been there. Like, did I underprice it? But then again, the comps were right there. So I don't know. Let me see. Target asks, and how do you pay for your labels? Did you use your eBay funds? So I don't use my eBay funds. You can use your eBay funds. So when you print your labels through eBay, it says you can use your eBay funds, or if you have your PayPal attached, you can use your PayPal, which I do. And again, it's not for everybody. Making sure this is going out ground. It is. So it's going out ground on one of my poly mailers. These are my link tree. I love these poly mailers right here. The way I do it, I've talked about this before. It's more of a personal thing. Do whatever. But I have a business credit card. Pay it off every month. Weekly, really. I just pay it. Anytime there's a balance, I pay it through my business account. And that way I get points. So every year I pretty much get like a free vacation or $2,000 or $3,000 or more from using that. So I have all my shipping paid through PayPal, which is linked to my business card. That also helps me during tax season. I can go to that business card and type it. It's all online, so I can type in Goodwill. I can see how much I spent all like month. And all I could type in PayPal and I can see all my expenses through PayPal. So that's what I do. I get the rewards, and I know there's the famous dude who says, the credit card thing's a hoax. That's only if you're going to not pay off your credit card. You're going to get 20% interest rate and you're going to get in big trouble. I pay it off every month. I get the rewards. You have to be smart about it. But that's how I do it. Or you can ship and get it through your eBay funds if you want to keep it all through eBay. So if you have $1,000 coming your way and you print off $200 worth of labels, you're going to get that $800 next. I want to answer some more of your questions. Let's see. Great feed, frozen. Great. My feed froze as I was answering my question. Do you use your phone to take all pictures? Yes, I take my phone to take every picture. And you guys can also, this will be saved. So if you are just now joining in, all these are found in the live portion of YouTube. They won't show up on my videos. They'll be in the live portion of YouTube. So they won't pop up in search or anything. They're in the live portion of YouTube, and on Facebook, they just pop up all over. Also, what's up, TL Case? What's up, Megan? Everyone's coming in now. Happy to be catching you live. Do you have a sales goal for 2024? Caleb, thanks for catching me live. Appreciate you coming in. You know what, Caleb? I don't have a yearly goal. And that might sound bad, but I don't. I have a daily goal. I'm just one of those people that the numbers will add up. Like if I can list a certain amount a day, I've figured out the math. If you sell 20 items a day at $20 profit, that's $100 profit, $100,000 in profit a year. Pretty sure that's the math. But I don't really have a goal. I just have a weekly goal and daily goals of listing items. I know how much that will get me at the end of the year. Just kind of like exercise goal. You know, if I can work out every day, I know what I'll get. I'll know what will happen. So this is a Roebuck. I'd actually put this in a video. I got this in Chicago when I went during Christmas break, right after Christmas. I've never found one of these at a Goodwill before. Roebuck. You can only order them offline. So I don't know what the heck this thing was doing not Goodwill, at Marshall's. Bought this at Marshall's. I spent $50 on this. $50. Knowing it's going to sell for good money. It sold for $100. So I'll make about, $38, $40 on that. So this was a good purchase. Look for that on Roebuck. They all on the back neck, on the backbone, where the backbone would be, will have like this little hit right here. This little hit. So good morning, Deborah. Lord, do you combine ship only if they ask, or automatically if you see someone ordered items? Both. So I do both. So if someone asks to combine shipping, which they do often, I always say my answer is, of course, I'll combine shipping. What I'll do is you pay for the item, and then I'll combine the shipping into the cheapest form possible, and then I refund them the difference in shipping costs. If someone happens to buy a couple of items without even asking that question, I still go back and refund them the difference in shipping cost. So if I can get everything cheaper for them, I will do that and refund them the difference. So, Jacqueline, did I put something on the wrong thing? Look at me going too fast. Yep, I did. I know what I did. I did not put this on the FedEx on this box. So I'll take this off. Talking to you guys, I get distracted sometimes. But that's why I check every single one of mine. Might have to reprint this label. So you can always go back and reprint a label without purchasing it again. I saved it. All right. So those shoes again are going to FedEx. So it threw me off a little bit. And then I got to go back to that first tactical item, which should be Jacqueline. I don't know where it is. Yeah, Jacqueline. She bought it. Okay. Let's go back. You guys are seeing the real deal. Thomas bought that. So the sticker I put on the shoes actually goes for the first tactical, and then the Roebuck goes to that. So that could have been a big uh-oh. Someone would have got the wrong package, a switcheroo, which I've done before. But we caught it. That's why I check, make sure everything's going to the right person for every item. That would have been a bad one, because that would have been a Roebuck $100 item that someone didn't get and went to someone else. That would have been bad. That'd been bad. But hey, this is real life. Do you ship? Caleb says those goals make sense in 2024. I list 15 per day. That's me. Yep. And sold 17 per day on average. Looking at upping to 20, 25 per day items listed, sold per day with a muscle. I like that. That's exactly Caleb what I want to do. I want to do 15 to 20 items a day and hopefully be more efficient and find more time where I can do 20 to 25 items a day. Knowing I buy the right item, listing it at the right price with the right pictures, the sales will come and I'll get the numbers I want. And then if I have more time, I can focus on cross-listing as well. So this shirt I sold for $30.11. I paid $5 for it. It's called Puro Lino. I've never heard of this brand. The reason I picked it up was because it was with a whole lot of really good brand shirts, including Zegna shirts, and it was linen. So I thought if it was with Zegna shirts and other Nordstrom brand shirts, this is probably decent too. I couldn't find a lot on it. So I'm like, you know what? $5 lottery ticket. I'll purchase it. Paid off. I've actually had it since the summer. Had it listed since the summer. $5 into $30.11. So that was an auto posture sale. Someone took the best offer. What shirt am I wearing now? It's not stained. My kids at school would always be like, Mr. Leatherman, your shirt's stained. Mr. L, your shirt's stained. This is a Lululemon. So actually, and there's your little 3. Look for those, right? We're always learning. There you go. Even showing off what I'm wearing. So I like to buy stuff in the Made Too Much of Lululemon because I like to find a deal. We're all thrifters. We like to find a deal. So I like to look in Made Too Much. So this is going to Roberto. So that linen. Again, we just talked about it. Material makes a good item. It will help sell an item. I had no idea what that brand was. Pure Lino linen, sold for $30.11. How do you ship a leather jacket? Box or poly bag? Priority or not? Thank you. Patriot Girl. I would ship a jacket in one of these if it could fit. Otherwise, I'd put it in another box. A leather jacket for me is a boxed item. You could hopefully get by maybe in a poly mailer, but they're a little bit heavier. So when they drop and shit, you don't want that to get a hole poked in that poly mailer. So I like to ship it in a box. A lot of times you'll find that priority is about the same price as ground. Maybe not for you if you're shipping it to California or something, being in Florida. But I like to ship my leather jackets in a box. That answers your question, I think. Next item, Polo Ralph Lauren. I price these between $18.99 and $22.99 based on the pattern, the size, and the tag. If it's a newer tag, if it's a bigger size, if it's a good pattern. This is like a peach color, like a peach orangey striped color. It has the newer tag. It's just a XL, so nothing real special. Has a little pony, and I'll show you my picture. If you're new here, I think the picture really helps sell the item. So right there in the picture, you can't see it real well, but it shows the color of the pony, the tag, the size, and the print of the shirt, all in just the picture. So they don't even have to look at the listing. They can see everything they need in that picture. And that's why I sell these. I feel like that's why I sell these pretty quickly. So there's your Surf's Up method right there on that. That sold for $19.99 plus buyer pay shipping. They say, hey, Caleb. Patriot Girl says, hey, Caleb. Cindy Upper said, hi. What would you sell a new Zegna without tags for? Oh, man, I have to look at it. It depends the pattern. Is it a shirt or suit? If it's a shirt and it's a newer tag and it's like it's like a solid color, that's better. The stripes, these stripes are still okay, but like striped shirts, like that Lino shirt, those are kind of out. Those are a little outdated. Like the plaids and gingham checks usually sell better, but I'm not sure. I have to look up comps on that. I don't sell those very often, so I don't know. Other items I could tell you, like Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. Here is a Not good sale. So here's a not good sale. Good morning, Michael. Howdy from Houston. What's up, Texas chica? I'm coming to Florida and Houston at some point to thrift. Here's this item. So, oh man, it looks like it glows. See that with that surf's up? Anyways, this is a super heavy shirt. Definitely like a streetwear. I couldn't find this exact sweatshirt on eBay. But I found the brand is called like Supervision, spelled kind of weird. I don't know. It's a streetwear brand. Some of them went high online. I didn't know. I'm like, it's unique. It's a good, heavy quality. I'm going to auction it off. I have no idea what to price it at. I started it at 99 cents and it sold for 99 cents. So how about that? I paid $4.99 for it. So I lost money on this sale. How about it? It's going in a padded flat rate too. So that's on them. So they actually paid $10.99, a little bit more. Come to California. Michael, I love California. My roommate from college lives in LA. I love California, but the prices are so expensive. Prices are so expensive. I can't. I'll come, but thrifting, I'll go to the thrift store. I'll go thrifting. I can't not go thrifting anywhere I go. I have to go thrifting, and especially on vacation. I love to see what the thrift stores are. I like to also challenge myself. Can I figure out the store? So when I went to Chicago this week, the first store I found out what new tags they're putting out that week. So in every single store I went in Chicago, I was looking for a certain color tag priority. That week it was green, which was last week it was green, because all the new tags they were putting out were green, which means they were the fresh inventory. Most people haven't been through it. So those are what I was looking for. Then they also had half off tags at the Chicago I went to. So I looked at some of those too. But yeah, I like to challenge myself. Peter Millar quarter zip. This is actually, I say I don't like to get cotton, but if it's a good color like this, I will get it. My buddy actually gave me this for free. My buddy Jack, he does the vintage clothing. I give him those $5 pieces that sell for $25. He does the same for me. If I find Jinkos or something, I'll sell them. If he finds like an Arc'teryx, he'll sell it. But like the $5 and the $25 that he doesn't sell, like this, he gives to me. I sold this for $25. So $24.99. I paid $5 or $2 for a shirt. I gave it to him and he gave me this. This is going out ground. Let's see. I've seen where your first main pick was up close horse instead, trying something new. I've seen where your first main pick was up close horse instead, trying something new. I do both. Really good question, Cindy. I do both. So I'll show you here in a minute. It might be different. We'll see. But I'll show you here in a minute. So sometimes I do that picture that I showed you, the Polo Ralph Lauren, where it shows the size and everything. Sometimes I'll show just the horse up close with the print. So a really close picture of the horse and the print, because it might be an older tag, and I want it to just show the horse in the print, not the older tag. That's why I do that on those specific ones. Someone overpaid, and it wasn't Brad. What on that Supervision? I don't know. That's probably up your alley, Felix. I don't know that brand. You know all those. You know all that stuff. All right. So I've been kind of shying away from FootJoy pants unless they're long or the Athletic. The Athletic has a little FootJoy rubber hit on the back pocket. These don't. So these are not the Athletic. These are just the regular FootJoy pants. What I did, they were all the same size, so I decided to lot them together. There are 4 pairs. I paid $5 each, so $20 for all 4 of these. They sold for through Autopasha for $55.79. So I'll show you how my listing. It's kind of tough to get a good cover photo for these, but I listed all 4 of them like that as a lot, all the same size for whatever it was, and then Autopasha gave them the discount and $55.79. So $20 into $55 is what I did. I didn't have to take a ton more pictures. So that was good. These are going to go in a priority shoebox. First, SOS. I just sold some Oriental fans and totally messed up the shipping. What I thought was supposed to cost $20, another shipping shows 56 now for priority. The buyer already paid. What do I do? Ugh, Heidi, been there, done that. First of all, Oriental fans are cool. That reminds me of all the stuff I'd find at house sales, but it doesn't matter to you. You're upset because you said it would cost 20 to the buyer. The buyer paid 20, and now you're finding out it's going to cost 56. For priority, that seems really expensive, but it could be because it's framed or something. Check UPS, see if there's another place. Go to Pirate Ship, put in the same dimensions, put the address where it's going to, and see what the cheapest rate would be. UPS might have a cheaper rate in FedEx than USPS, so you could do that. Otherwise, unfortunately, you're going to have to eat that cost. It's just one of those mistakes that we've all made. You might just have to eat those costs. So I'm going to put those in this priority shoebox. They're going out priority. First, I'm going to put them in a bag, get out all the air so I can stuff them in there. Yeah, let's thrift together. Michael, I'm down. I'll come to Cali and thrift. I love vacationing. I want to work really hard to make money to vacation with the fam. How often do you lower your price, and by how much? Laura, I actually don't lower my price very often. I actually leave my prices the same. What I'll do is I'll go through, like, when I'm packing stuff or picking stuff up, and I'm like, man, I've had that for a long time. I'll hop in real quick and lower the price. Or like yesterday, I have all these Silver Tab jeans in this box right here. All these are Silver Tab. I've had them since last year, and they haven't been selling. So right now, I'm like, I'm just going to run a sale and just try to get rid of them. So you see how all those fit right there into that box. So that's going out priority. I already put in the measurements, put in the weight, and the buyer pays it all. Making sure it's going to the right buyer. It's going to Christopher Robin. No, not telling last names. Christopher Robin, Winnie the Pooh. All right, so let's get that on there. Love all the questions and interacting this morning, guys. Love it. Getting stuff done. And it's just me and you. We're not on TikTok. We're doing just me and you guys. Because time is money, and I can answer your questions. You have really good questions and pack at the same time. This was a retail arbitrage. You probably saw in my video going to Dick's Sporting Goods during their gone sale. I got these things for super cheap. Patagonia. I think I paid $20 for this one. And it sold for $51.14. Auto posture sale on that. So $51.14 for this. This is going out in a Tyvek envelope. So going to fold it, give it a nice old fold like I normally do. And I actually will probably put this in a bag as well because it is new. So I will put it in a bag, and then I'm going to put it in a Tyvek. So I'll show you what that looks like. What general area do you thrift at in Chicago? So Adriana, that was my second time thrifting in Chicago for like a thrift trip. I'm from Indy, so we come up through the south side of Chicago, and then we hit some thrift stores on the south side. This time it went kind of north, west, and then west, and then southwest. But we couldn't get them all in. We got there right at open at 9 a.m., and then in Chicago, the thrift stores closed at 7. So we went from 9 to 7, as many as we could hit. Forget how many we hit. It was maybe 9 or 10. Here in Indy, we can do 14 because they're 9 to 9. Our thrift stores open 9 to 9. But yeah, so that's the route I took. I don't know the suburbs of Chicago very well. I know downtown. So this is a Tyvek envelope. I'm going to put it in there. We'll do it. How often do you have items that aren't delivered? I've had 2 in the last month. Well, I actually don't have that. I never really have that issue. What do you mean not delivered? I definitely can tell you during Christmas time, things can take longer. Things can get lost in the mail. But things always end up at, like, it's very extremely, extremely rare. Like way less than 1% that I have an item get returned to me or lost. I don't know if I've ever had an item lost. Sometimes it gets lost in transit. Like we can't find it. The buyer and I can't find it, but then it ends up at the buyer. Like I always say, let's just wait. It's a busy time. And then the buyer's like, oh, it showed up today. So I would just give it a little time. This is going to Jimmy. Big Apple picker. Just kidding. Let's go. How much did you spend? I would have maxed my credit card at that sale. Oh, I spent, oh my gosh, I don't know. How much did I spend? I went twice or 3 times. I ended up spending like $2,000 or so at that sale. But I sold those Patagonia camo jackets all within 2 weeks. That helped pay for it all. And then I have totes and totes and totes full of shorts that I paid dirt cheap for. North Face, Patagonia, Carhartt, everything. So that bill's paid for pretty much, and then I have all that inventory ready to go. Can we see the bags used from Costco? Yep. So I actually just bought a new box just like last week or so. So these are the Kirkland bags I use from Costco. They're just the wastebasket liner. So they're the smaller the smaller trash can bags. I don't know why they call it wastebasket. Trash can. That's a trash can, right? It's a smaller trash can bag, so they're not big. 10-gallon. This costs, I think, I don't know, like $10, and there are 500 bags. So, and they work really well for me. So those are what I use. I don't, and you can see I don't use them on everything. Here's an Untuck It shirt, size small. Again, I like selling size small. Size small sells for me, especially in decent brands. Untuck It, size small. This is just a regular old Untuck It cotton gray shirt. Again, I can list these really quickly because I've sold a lot and I have some for sale. I just do sell similar and change the pictures in size and color. Sold for $19.43. I paid $4.99 for it. Drove by my house. Did I drive by your house, Felix? Felix, you and Bearded do Chicago. And we didn't go to the stores you went to, and he wanted to. I forget what stores they were, but he said they were good stores, and we didn't have time to get there. He was upset about it. But you can only do so much. So Felix lives in Chicago, and he has his own route. There are a lot of thrift stores in Chicago, and here in Indy we have a lot too. And I have a route. Just a bag you put into the vest. Yes. So the vest, are you talking about the bag, the Costco bag, or the Tyvek? This is a Tyvek bag. You get these from the post office. So you can have these mailed to you, just like I have these mailed to you, because you can't get these from the post office very rarely. Can you get those from the post office? These are always usually there. They're called a Tyvek envelope. As long as you send something priority, you can send it in that. That's not a flat rate priority envelope. That's a Tyvek envelope. As long as you ship it priority, you can ship in that. Our Goodwills are only open 10 to 6. Leslie, that is weak. You need to go to Chicago. You need to go to Chicago to Thrift and the Polo store. But yeah, that is 10 to 6. Why? Why would they do 10 to 6? Like, what's the point of that? Why not do 9 to 9 like any other store? Like, do they not want to make money? Here's what we were talking about earlier. Speaking of Leslie and Polo Ralph Lauren. Polo Ralph Lauren. I showed you the picture earlier. We had the pony, the size, the pattern, the tag, everything. If it's a gingham check or something else, this is my picture. So I do a different picture. See that picture right there? That's a different picture, obviously. So it's just a really big close-up of what the pony looks like, because people like the different color ponies sometimes. And the pattern. That's an awful look. It looks way better on my phone. But here's the shirt. And this one I priced higher because it's a 2XL on a newer tag, and it's gingham check. So it's got that pattern that looks like a blanket, like a picnic blanket, but this is blue. So this is gingham check. So this one I priced higher. This is one of my higher priced Polo Ralph Lauren's at $21.99. So not a whole lot higher. And this one sold via promoted listings. I sell all these promoted at 4%, or at least I put them at promoted at 4%. Sold for $21.99, $4 into it. You guys know the deal with these. Shoot, I'm missing some of your comments. Oh my gosh, a lot of them. I tested your picture method and definitely saw a huge difference in their sell-through. Good. I hopefully in a good way. Again, there's a ton of resellers out there. and a ton of content. Take bits and pieces. That's what I did when I first started. Took bits and pieces of everyone. I tried the umbrellas. I tried this. I tried that. Works. And then something might come new to you that no one else is doing. You might like reinvent the wheel. I've had 2 people request refunds saying they didn't receive the item. You can always look at the tracking number. If you print all your items through eBay, the tracking number will automatically be on the app through the item. So look with the tracking number, see where it's at. Try to figure it out, see where it's at. Work with the buyer. You don't want negative feedback, so just try to track that item down. If you can't find it, if it's still in transit or stuck at a facility, say, I have no control. We just have to wait. You know, the Christmas season's super busy. I wish it was there too for you, but I have no control over that. So that's what I would do. This is going out in a ground poly mailer. Y'all are talking to each other. So there you go. How many orders today, Casey? 39 orders since Friday. So 39 since Friday are my orders. So today I'm going to be doing this, taking pictures and listing. That's what I'm doing today. Doing this, taking pictures and listing. There's going out the door. Here's something I don't buy very often, but I have bought them before and they sell. So if I can buy them in the same size in good condition together, I'll pick them up and lot them up. And people are like, how do you decide what to lot up? Just after doing it, trial and error, and I've done this before with this certain thing, and that's what happens. I usually don't get a Calvin Klein, but I found a denim jacket by them. It came with an own bag to store, and also, I think you and KOA said to get down jackets most of the time. Would you have picked it up? Got it from the bins. The Calvin Klein, it was a down jacket. If it was a down Calvin Klein jacket from the bins, it probably only cost you a couple bucks. There's no way you won't make money on that. So again, there's like that video I made, there's always an asterisk, right? So that Calvin Klein down jacket that you got from the bins, I definitely think you'll make money on that. I mean, that's not a bad pickup at all. I think that's fine. I would have probably picked, if it fits your business model, like if it sells for $20 and you like taking pictures of that, then I think it's a just fine pickup. Oh, Bearded's here because he's actually a full-time reseller now. Congratulations, Bearded. Everyone on Facebook, give him a high five. I wasn't upset. You were. What upset? Oh, that we didn't go all the thrift stores? Man, I'm way behind in this. Let me catch up. You were upset that we didn't go. Yeah, we were both upset. Bearded and I like to hit every single thrift store as quickly as we can. That's just how we are. That's how we operate. We thrift together because we're both very fast paced, and we go to different sections for the most part. And when we don't, he cries about it. Good morning, Heather. Thanks for coming in. You're going Friday, Leslie. You're going to thrift there too, or just go enjoy the Polo store? They can't get help. No and shift. I got it. So they're 10 to 6 in Central Illinois. The Goodwills are, the thrift stores are, because they can't get enough help. And I get that. That's why the Fed increased all the interest rates so it hurt the economy, so people would go back and get jobs because unemployment is so low, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, it's so low. They want it to get high so people have to go back to work, go find jobs. But then there are people like us that left the workforce to work for ourselves because we got so smart. Do you take old thrifted items out of your store that never sold and donate them? Can you try to write them off on your taxes? You could do that. If you have items that sit and you really don't think they're going to sell, not even for what you paid, you can redonate them and write that off as a tax expense. So as like a damaged good or whatever, you just have to keep track of that. I think I'm not a tax professional, but that's what I do. But actually I don't do that because I end up just selling the item. So if I have items that I'm just like, I got to get rid of it, I'll just put it at what I paid for it, $4.99, and it will sell usually real quick. Especially doing this after a while, I don't have any items that are like duds. When I first started, I definitely had duds, like Calvin Klein polo shirt or like a J. Crew just pair of normal shorts that don't sell for much at all. But these are Eddie Bauer. So Eddie Bauer Travex. Eddie Bauer Travex pants. I'll show you what that looks like. Travex. The Travex brand sells pretty good for Eddie Bauer. You can find them in the blazers, shirts, and stuff. but these are just Travex pants. They're nylon blend. So I will pick these up. They were both the same size, found them together. There's like a dark beige and a gray. They were $4.99 a piece. So I paid $10 for these and sold them for $37.19 with that auto posture offer. So $10 into $37. That's why I picked them up. So a lot of those FootJoy pants earlier, a lot of these up as well. So you can kind of see if they're going to be like a $5 into $12 item, or $5 into $15, or $5 into $20, sometimes for a certain item, I'll lot them up. I've even done that with Polo Ralph Lauren shirts, but then I figured out I could sell them separately. So this is going out priority too. Let's see. Reseller Mother has been doing a few packing and pulling order videos recently. Yes, Bearded. The Reseller Mama does all your work for you. Let's be honest. Sirs, what's up, Shauna? What's up, Shauna? Welcome in. Is this the Husky Mama, Shauna? I'm doing listings while listening to you, Casey. I'm gonna be taking pictures while listening to hopefully you when you go live, or somebody. Maybe Bearded will go live. But yeah, I do the same thing. I do podcasts. I listen to people like me, list, and talk about stuff. Yeah, because we're a community. We'll learn stuff from each other like that. A lot of people probably would have never picked those up. I picked them up. These were in a video where I stole from the poor. I left 5 pairs of new Tag pants, but I took this pair. Polo Ralph Lauren. This is not Polo Ralph Lauren. This is Lauren Ralph Lauren. And this is not the black, even though it has a black label, it's not Black Label. I'm pretty sure, Leslie, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Black Label will say Black Label. This one is just Lauren Ralph Lauren with the black. It's not Black Label. Black Label is better than normal Ralph Lauren. It's not as good as Purple Ralph Lauren, but this is not Black Label. I have a pair of pants. Okay. So these jeans are Ralph Lauren Black Label. So, well, maybe they don't say Black Label. These say Ralph Lauren. I don't know what I'm talking about. But these are Black Label Ralph Lauren. But they actually don't go for a ton of money. So I really don't know what I'm talking about, I guess. When it comes to Polo Ralph Lauren, I have no idea what I'm talking about. No, for real. Black Label is a confusing one for me. I really never have the answer for that one. But those did not sell for a ton. Those were new tags, wool pants, sold for $26.03, auto posture sale. Brand new tags, Lauren Ralph Lauren, $26.03. Not a huge sale. These are going out padded flat rate. And that's that. We were talking about Bearded's wife, Paige. Good packing and shipping tips. Yes. If you guys don't follow Bearded Wife, it's the Reselling Mama. So if you're on YouTube or anywhere, it's actually, I'll just type it in the chat. It's called I'll type her actual name. I think she's on TikTok and Facebook, maybe. Reselling underscore mama. Reselling Mama. The Reselling Mama. That's Bearded's wife, and they're actually a duo too. So they both are reselling couple, really. She does all this, like the back end work, I think, a lot of the back end work, and Bearded is more of the sourcer and like the drafter kind of. I don't know, or he sleeps. I don't know what he does, to be honest. All right, that one's out the door. Next item, Polo Ralph Lauren Double RL jeans. Again, I only have 5 left after this, after these 2, but Double RL. Bought these in that bulk buy. Bearded. Sorry, this is what I got with the Macintosh guy. Can't help it. Sold these for $150. Paid $35 per pair. And do $150. Double RL. Again, I'll show you. Look for that on the back jean pocket. $150 pair of jeans. So good purchase there. Good sell there. Daniel's in the chat. What's up, Daniel? And you have football practice. Daniel, I saw your injury, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Shelby's in the chat with a kiss. Shelby. Who enjoyed Shelby's live on Whatnot last night? I did. Totally did. Ha! Totally. That was a secret word. We had a secret word. Hey, and these are going international. So these are going to go international. So I'll probably never see these or hear from anyone again, but they're in great condition. So, in fact, they're going international, so I'm going to tape this. Want to make sure they get there nice and safe. Update. I realized I had dimensions off. Woo! How often do you thrift? Good. All right. So Heidi was the person that had the sale. She put $20 to the buyer. They paid $20. Then she was going to go print out the label and it was $50. She's like, what do I do? She had the dimensions. She went back. She had the dimensions wrong. Everything's good. Yep. We're good. We're good. Heidi, now you're cool. That was going to hurt your day. Now your day is all good. Dana, you're doing well. Good. Me, she does great. I know. Doesn't she do great, Leslie? I think so too. We all love Shelby on the camera. All right, we're done talking about Shelby. Jeez. That's just a question. You don't have to talk about it in the chat. Jeez. It's all about me. Another Untuck It shirt. Again, it's just a plaid Untuck It shirt. Actually, this is a Untuck It, slim fit, wrinkle free. This one sold for $20.45. So again, all these sell for around $20, $22, depending on what it is. Everyone says, hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Everyone says, hey, Daniel. Daniel, everyone saw your video, dude. So we're excited for you. Your sale, and hopefully you get some Pokemon sales and everything else. Love the Duchess. Hi, Shelby. It's the Husky Mama over here. Shauna, it is the Husky Mama. Shauna, we sent your stuff. Shauna, you won the Starbucks gift card and you won the pair of Judy Blues. Pretty sure. I think. I don't remember exactly. Fingers fun. Good. Thanks, guys. I want to always puke and need extra deodorant during those. No one can smell you through the camera, Shelby. I can only smell you. And you smell just fine, like strawberries. I was trying so hard to get her to say the word. I know you were. You were cheating. You were cheating. Cheating. Tubular. She said squirt. Who says squirt? Anyways, if you missed the whatnot, we'll have more. It's fun. We do little like unlock challenges for giveaways just to make it fun. Again, you don't have to buy anything. Just come over, hang out. But this is you can't even see the tag. Territory Ahead. There it is. Territory Ahead. When I first got into reselling, if you're new here, it was in 2016 when I got into reselling clothing. This was like a brand you pick up anytime. Why is it so bad? There it goes. Territory Ahead. I don't pick it up anymore unless it's a good print. So there's a good print. A good print like this. A lot of them are like a Southwest Aztegi print shirt. And also I'll pick up the big, heavy waffle flannel shirts. I'll pick those up. But Territory Ahead has definitely come downhill in the past 7 or 8 years. Good memory. Yeah. Well, it was last night. We packed it last night. So I won't take, it's not like I have a really good memory. You know, you guys know me as Squirrel, but that sold for $21.28 auto posture sale. Again, Territory Ahead is definitely not a brand you pick everything up. I'm very particular when I pick stuff up on that brand, and it's not selling for a ton. So there might be a time soon where it'll just completely drop off. I won't get anything, or it might come back. I don't know. We'll just have to pay attention and see. Next item that sold were some cool Radical pants. As always, you guys know cool. You look for that little hit right there. And I said it in the last video, in the last packing, if you can find cool and it has the actual name of the pants on the inside, that makes listing 100 times easier because then you just look up cool, Radical, and even you can put in gray in the size, find the exact listing, sell similar, and the size is already in it, the color's already in it. All you have to do really is change the colors and do the other little odd end things. But these are going out ground. So these are very lightweight, like a nylon blend. I can't say that, Megan, but LMAO, you guys know what that means. Deborah, Shelby, Deals to Deals here. Hey, what's up, Deals to Deals? Did awesome. Always have great details about the item. She does. That's why I need her help during women's whatnots, because I'm just not good at it. Just not good at the women's stuff. But I can talk about guy stuff. I can talk a little bit about women's stuff. A lot of the good women's stuff I talk about gets stolen from me. All right, this might have been a underpriced item. So it's not a substantial smart wool piece. It's a wool blend. It's just it's a long sleeve shirt. Smart Wool obviously is a really good brand to pick up. The hit, I thought it was on the sleeve. I don't know where. Oh, it's on this bottom part right here. There, you always look for that little guy right there. I listed it at $27.99 and it sold within a couple days. I might have sold it too cheap, but I don't sweat it. I paid $5 for it. It sold it for $27.99. No big deal. Usually I price Smart Wool higher. That's it. Congratulations on 5,000 subs. Oh, thanks, Daniel, on YouTube. 5,000 subs. Yeah, that was cool. Usually I don't. I appreciate that, Daniel. Thank you. I don't really post too much about how many subs I have. Like I said, like if I'm doing good, people sub. If not, and you don't get money for subs or anything like that. So it's cool to see people listen and hang out. So here's a cheaper Polo Ralph Lauren. So going back to the pictures that I did previous. So we've sold 3 of them, right? We did the first picture look like this. The second one was a close-up shot. Here's the third one. It looks like this. So that's how I did it. Again, it looks better if you actually look on my phone or look on the picture, but there it is. It's this yellow Polo Ralph Lauren. This one was an extra large, not the best color. This is a $17.99 one for me. So yellow Polo Ralph Lauren, $17.99, sold in, I don't know how long these sell, like a month or 2. Cool pants don't sell. Felix, have you not sold those cool pants yet? I'll tell you what, bring them back to me and I'll buy them for you how much you paid. So we went to a thrift store who Felix only buys hard goods for the most part. He doesn't like clothing. They roll out a new cart. I was over in the yonder looking at clothing. They rolled out 3 pair of cool. A good friend would say, look what I found, Surfs. I know I don't do clothing, but you do. Here are some cool pants. Instead, he stole them and bought them himself. And now he's saying they don't sell. Karma, as Taylor Swift would say. Karma. What are you laughing at, J-Mo? You guys want to see a cameo of my son? All right. You got to pay wifey tax. Husky Mama, do I? She should get a cut. I actually literally thought about that last night. She should get paid for those shows. She gets first dibs. I hope you're mailing. She does get first dibs. That's her cut. She gets first dibs on the stuff I sell. I hope you're mailing my Lululemon today. I bought them last night and whatnot. The good news is, Margaret, they were already gone and shipped out at 8 a.m. this morning. So packed them up last night, packed up everything on Whatnot last night. Everything's at the post office. It might be scanned already, but it's on its way. Dropped it off at 8 a.m. So I like to drop stuff off after I drop my daughter off at daycare. Let's see. You guys are doing a lot of replying, so that's good. Shelby, do you want to see your son? Good morning, TJ. Welcome in. J-Mo, come here. Mom will say hi to you. Here's my son, Jameson. Come on in, J-Mo. Give everyone a hi. They can't say hi back. Stand back so they can see your jersey. There you go. This is a Christmas present. Turn around. Halliburton. But this is J-Mo, stud soccer player. How's the day going?
Good.
Tell them why you're not at school today. Nice and loud. Come here and talk to the microphone. Why aren't you at school today? Teacher work day.
Teacher work day.
So what are we gonna go do in a little bit?
We're gonna take my friend to Urban Air.
Yep, we're gonna go to Urban Air and have some fun. So for right now, he's chilling. What are you doing? Are you reading books right now?
No.
I didn't think so. All right. There's J-Mo. All right, guys. They all say hi. They say you're cute. They say you're cute, J-Mo. They say you're cute, and they all say hi. Hi, J-Mo. What's up, little man? He looks like his mom, by the way, guys. He doesn't have blue eyes or anything like me. He looks just like his mom. Rock and roll denim. I talked about it earlier with the Big Star. If it is a thick stitch, I don't pick up some of the thick stitch like Axel and some others. Other people might, but for $7.99, I don't pick them up. I like rock and roll denim. I like Big Star denim. I like BKE. I like Affliction. I like Rock and Revival. But let me slow down. These are called rock and roll denim. Rock and roll denim. These sold for $29.96. I type that in. Sometimes I accidentally hit a 6 instead of a 9. You know, fat fingers and stuff. They're not too fat, but you know what I mean. Trampoline park. Yep. Husky Mama, we're going to go to a trampoline park. I told him if I get all the work done, I'm going to take my pictures really quickly, take pictures, take him and his friend to the trampoline park, and sit in those recliner chairs that are like $7 for 30 minutes of, not recliner, massage. $7 for 30 minutes on a massage chair and list. I mean, does it get better than that? That's my job. I get a list from a massage chair while watching my kid and his friend play. It's great. And I get a people watch. All the fits kids have and all that stuff. So much fun. All right, padded flat rate envelope. These jeans are going to go in, as you probably would have guessed and know by now. Cute like his mom. All right, Casey, we're done. We're done talking about his mom. Jeez. She comes on one time. One time. No, I'm not going to jump too. I have to work. I got to get my listings done. I have to get my listings done. But I need to jump. I'm not happy with where I'm at right now, exercise-wise. Balance has been big, working on the balance part. It's 5 days until my birthday. Daniel, 5 days until your birthday. How old are you going to be? I'm going to guess 10. Good morning, Gladys. Thanks for coming in. I have a nephew named Jameson. Great name. That's exactly how you spell it, too, for us. Jameson with an I. Patriot Girl. That's awesome. We actually got the name on our honeymoon. We were in Hawaii. We were on the north side of Oahu. So the north shore of Oahu, there was a restaurant called Jameson's. And we needed a J name, and that was the perfect name. One time she stole your thunder. She can have the thunder. She can have the thunder. She steals the she gets the thunder every time she walks into a room. Here's another shirt. So what? We sold the shirt earlier, Polo Ralph Lauren that came from that thrift store, the big buyout, the pants that came from the thrift store, big buyout. Here's another one, new with tags from the buyout sale. They cut the tag for some reason. Polo Ralph Lauren does that when they donate to not resell it, I guess. I don't know. It still resells. So these shirts were actually $9.99. These, the ones with the big hit, these were $9.99, and I sold it for $44.99 full asking price. Come on, throw on Lulu Bombas and get out there for 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes. So the truth is, I'm wearing my Bombas right now. Bombas socks, best socks. They're expensive, but they last. I'm obviously wearing my Lulu, and you know I'm wearing my Lulu shorts, even though it's 30 degrees outside. That's just how I roll. Flat rate envelope. I mean, not a flat rate envelope. Priority envelope. How did we meet? Jeez. Shelby? Oh, Daniel, you're 12. Nice, Daniel. 12 years old. Way off. Way off. Sorry. 12 years old. How did Shelby and I meet? I'll tell you. So I used to date a softball player, and I used to go to her games. And in softball, you know, you're out there and, you know, there's some girls, and there's a pretty girl on the other sideline. And I noticed her. I'm like, wow, that girl's kind of pretty. While I had a girlfriend, I'm not that guy. I've never cheated on anyone ever. And I'm like, wow, you really don't see really pretty girls like that out. So a couple years go by. I go to college at Purdue University, and I'm in elementary education, and there she is in that class. And I'm I'm not shy, but when it comes to girls, like, I'm shy. And I asked her to go salsa dancing with me because I'm goofy and just want to do fun stuff, and she turned me down. So I had to ask like 100 more times to hang out, and she finally hung out as friends, for me as friends, but she actually liked me, and that's how it worked out. This is Harrington Polo Ralph Lauren jacket, size small. Again, I will pick up size small. I don't have anything against small. I like small. All black, has the liner on the inside. It's a very thin liner. It's just very thin liner. It's not like an insulated liner. $36.99 is what this sold for. Would have probably listed a little bit higher if it wasn't a small, but still pick it up. This is going out. I actually put this in a bag. I'm going to put this in a bag. It's going to go out in a priority envelope. School canceled here in Iowa. Big snowstorm. Gladys, is that coming this way? Iowa is just 2 states over. Leslie, that might be coming over to you in Central Illinois. But good. School's out. Woo! Now they do, at least here, I'm sure they do there too, e-learning days. Ever since the pandemic, the days have been e-learning. instead of like makeup days, for the most part, I think. So my nephew named after his mom's favorite drink. My nephew was named after my mom's favorite drink. Hey, to each their own. I mean, most people ask like Jameson, you know, the whiskey or whatever. So people ask that question. But it is interesting how people get their names, right? There's usually a story. I mean, there's also like we look for a name in a book, and that's fine too. I love that you asked her to salsa dancing. You were persistent. I mean, I want to do something different and fun, right? So that's just me. All I do different. I like just whatever. How is herringbone if it is all black? So Jared, it's called a Harrington jacket. So Harrington is what it's called. You're not gonna be able to read it, but just like herringbone, but no bone, T-O-N at the end. Harrington jacket. That's the model of that. Love that. Great story for your kids. I know. When they care one day, it'll be a good story. Ooh, retail arbitrage. Just bought this last week. So I've been seeing these at Ross since, oh my gosh, I don't know, months and months and months. And they finally marked them down. This thing was marked down so cheap. I think I put it in a video. I actually think I put it in a video. This Gore-Tex Nike jacket, the MSRP on this thing was like $300 or $500. It's crazy. But again, doesn't really matter. $330 MSRP. I sold it for $69.99. I think I bought it for like $23. I was supposed to be born on January 1st, but that wasn't how it went. There was a delay. Daniel, that's what happens. They estimate your birth, but sometimes you come when you want to come, and it wasn't January 1st. I was supposed to be born not on my birthday either, but I wanted to come on that day. I wanted to come out. My mom decided to delay 2 weeks exactly. Which that's not good. All right, so this is going out. Did my nice neat fold, the roll. Call it the roll, right? Not nice and neat. This is going out priority. Gonna put this in a bag. And actually I will fold this a little bit different. So it's got that Gore-Tex. I'm gonna fold this into like a more of like a square, because that Gore-Tex, I don't want that Gore-Tex to get messed up. There's a little logo at the bottom, because this is a special type of Nike. It's a special line. So this is going to be more of a flat lay fold rather than a roll. Yep. Okay. Got a second. All right, so that's going priority, 2 pounds. I'm actually going to put this in a box. So it stays nice. Whenever I do a tag stuff and it's kind of expensive, I like to make sure it goes nice and doesn't get hurt. So we're going to put this in a priority shoebox. I love these shoe boxes. I have way too many because I ordered so many of everything. Like I say, it's all in that room. It's embarrassing, but I'm not going to be out of packing material. If I even get like halfway through it, I order more. Am I a hoarder? Does that mean I'm a hoarder? Or am I just well prepared? There's an argument for that. There can be an argument for that. $17.99. I sold this LL Bean River Driver shirt. So if you see these LL Bean Henleys, and a really good way to tell if it's a River Driver shirt is if it has these little holes, these little perforations right here. You won't see it on the outside, but you'll see it on the inside. It's a double layer. It's got wool in it. So these are River Driver shirts. Since it has wool in it, you also want to make sure it doesn't look really shrunk. But these sell well. $17.99. They always sell within like a week or two when I list them. If they were like a 2XL, they sell for like $25. I paid $4.99 for those. So not too bad. Not bad on that. And that's going out ground. One of these. Check, make sure it went to the right buyer. Going out to Joseph, which it is. And it's on its way. Again, not the best pickup. I learned that from Ethan. But I paid $7 for these. You can see on the bottom it says 7G. So it was 7 green that week. The tag was green. I bought a few pairs of these. They had like 3 pairs of these LL Bean boots, but they're low. And I understand why they don't sell well. They're like duck boots, the rain boots, but they don't go up high. So I'm not sure what style this is for. So I understand why they're not a really good sale. They sold for $22.99. So $9 into $22.99 is not great, but I took a gamble. I didn't even look them up. I just took a gamble on those because bean boots sell well. I took a gamble. I like to call it well prepared. My husband calls it hoarding. Yeah, I have that. My wife thinks some of the things I do is called hoarding too. I call it prepared. I call it a money pile, right? Right. We all have an opinion about it, and no one's opinion's wrong unless it really is a problem. Like a hoarder house, those are bad. But no, Shauna, you have to be prepared. The worst thing is sending something padded flat rate, not having a padded flat rate envelope. That's not the worst thing, but I mean, it's annoying. It's definitely annoying. All right, so I'm gonna put these in a box. I wrapped them up a little bit so they don't bump around a whole lot, but whatever. Leslie, are the River Driver shirts only wool? I found some like that. They're mostly cotton. Leslie, I don't have it now. I don't think I have another one. It's a wool blend. It's a wool blend. They're not 100% wool. But if it has those perforations, it's a River Driver shirt. Some of the old ones I think say River Driver maybe. But it's definitely a wool blend. It's not 100% wool. Good question. And I find those, 10, 20 times a year. So occasionally, I find the flannels more often. So there are those duck boots going out, or duck shoes, I guess. They're not even boots. Anytime Leslie says something in the chat, look at all that. I always have to pull out a Polo Ralph Lauren. So Polo Ralph Lauren. I like picking these up. So these sweatshirts actually sell for pretty good money new, and used they sell for good money as well. So this is a full zip sweatshirt, as you can see, and it's got the hood, but I really like the ones with the waffle in the hood. When you find the waffle in the hood, they're heavier. They sell a little bit better. It's a heavier weight cotton polo, or a polo sweatshirt. This one sold for $30.68. So this was an auto posture sale, and this one's going out priority. Let's see. What was resellers like during the COVID times? Do you think if we were all well prepared with clothing, stock and supply, the sellers can prosper? Yes. So these are my thoughts about that time. A lot of people, it's that time. We'll probably never see that again, right? No one ever. My parents never did. They're 78, so it was different. People got stimulus checks. They had money to spend, but they couldn't go anywhere to spend money. So eBay was hopping, but you couldn't go and get inventory, right? So I have my storage unit full of inventory where if something were to happen, I would have. That's why I say I like to have a cushion with money and a cushion with inventory. So, but people were spending money during the pandemic. All those stimmy checks came out. That's a good question. I wasn't full time then. I still taught. So I did videos from home to teach my kids, and then I also sold on eBay. So I'm not sure, but if you had inventory, I think you would have prospered better than you would even now. People are spending money. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to Juan in Texas. Let's see. Man, I ordered way too much. I have 6 boxes of the different size of priority envelopes. Yes. So let me show you, because this one's almost empty. See this box right here? Look how big this box is. It's huge. This box is full of these thin Tyvek envelopes. Thin. I got 6 of these boxes. 6 of them. There's got to be 1,000 in them at least. So if you're a hoarder like me, we're 2 peas in a pod. All right. Miss Me jeans. Again, I put that in a video recently. If they're a bigger size, I'll pick them up, and they have to be the right price. So these Miss Me jeans with the bejeweled, I don't really like picking this brand up anymore. But if they are a bigger size like this, they sell. And no heel drag, nothing like that. So decent condition. These are going to go on a padded flat rate. Definitely going to pack the beads or the jewels on the inside so they don't get knocked off in shipping. 6 boxes is crazy. Felix, you're crazy. You're the crazy one, not me. Look how many orders I'm shipping on. I have to have materials. Leave me alone. My birthday is a very important day in my country where I was born, aka Lithuania. So Daniel, you're from Lithuania. I think we all know you had an accent. Weren't quite sure, but Lithuanian. Nice. That's awesome. So time zone's a little bit different here. It's 11:11. Make a wish, everybody. It's 11:11. Making sure it's going to the right person again. We've been hanging out for almost an hour or 2 hours, guys. Hour 45. It's going out to Heather. So do you guys pick up Miss Me? What's your thoughts on Miss Me? Man, I ordered too much. Let's see. 6. I only have 2. Listen, you guys are making me feel like a hoarder now. Do I need to tell you how many padded flat rate boxes I have? Do you want me to go there? Or even these boxes? Do I even need to go there? Listen, as long as you use them, I'm doing the right thing, right? Is a storefront on eBay worth it? I am mostly wanting to do it to be able to run promotions and also get more anyone to buy multiple items because you can combine shipping with the storefront. Whitney, that's an excellent question. I say a store is worth it when it pays for itself. So if you're listing your items and the insertion fees start becoming more than what it would be if you have a store, then what you pay for with a store, you need to get a store. I don't know what that would look like for you. There are different levels of stores. I'm trying to list 15 items a day. I have listed 70 to 100 items a week. That's what I have done. And I have the $50 store. And it's worth it for me. You also it's a write-off too at the end of the year because it's a business expense. You also get quarterly $50 towards shipping goods. And I'm not a sponsor for eBay or anything. So you get $200 a year towards shipping materials. And then, like you said, you get the benefits of running sales and stuff. As far as a storefront, I don't think it makes a bit of difference. People I don't think are going to come to your store and look at categories and look at what you have for sale. For the most part, I find that people do searches. So they'll search for Polo Ralph Lauren Double RL jeans, and they'll see what comes up. And they might see that you have more, and they'll buy more from you. But storefront, that part I wouldn't think about. I would think more about like the cost of insertion fees, how many things you list today, and then getting some of those discounts, stuff like that. But it does look professional when you do have a storefront. Can we see your shipping desk? I like to see people's flow. So my shipping desk is literally a table. So this is my flow. I have all my packing material in here. So I have my padded flat rate, my Tyvek, these poly mailers, all in this tote. Usually it's full, so I can pull everything out of it like that. I have it right here. And then I just have one of these plastic tables you get from Lowe's right here. It's shorter. I have a standing desk where we are right here. I'll just show you because I can flip my camera, right? So you can see I have a desk, maybe. There's my desk. You really can't see, actually. But there you are. I can tell you that. But I have a standing desk, and I just have a table that's like a little under my waist, probably most people's waist height. And then I have my shipping supplies here and my tape here. So I can do everything right here. And then also talk to you guys. Let's go back to eBay. We have those Polo Ralph Lauren Double RL. These sold for $148.79. These were an auto posture sale, so someone took a best offer. They took 7% off. Double RL, they all have a little bit of different print, but who cares? If you see that right there, you just buy them. If you see that right there, you buy them. I don't care if they're $10 and they have a hole in the crotch. The last pair, I sold a pair last week with a hole in the crotch for over $100. It's only hoarding. Casey says it's only hoarding if you aren't using it. Thank you, Casey. I agree. So it's only hoarding if you're not selling the items or using the items. I would agree. My dad is a hoarder. He will buy stuff and be like, one day, that will be no. So we put an end to that. But yeah, here we go. That's how these are going to be folded. They're going to be put into a padded flat rate envelope. Again, going to Nick, and they sold for $148.79, $35 I bought all those jeans for. What do I use padded flat rate for? For all my pants, usually. So my jeans I put in padded flat rate. So very easy if you're new to eBay. Padded flat rate envelopes are a very easy way to not lose money. It costs the buyer like $10 to ship this way. It gets to them quickly. If you want to pay for part of the shipping, you can do like a flat rate shipping of $7 and put $3 into your whatever, your profits or whatever. But it's flat rate. So every single time you're going to print this off. If you print this from home, it's less than $9. You get a discount. So they're paying $10. And if you print off your own labels instead of going to the post office, you save a couple bucks. So padded flat rate are a good way if you're new to not mess up shipping. But I put all my jeans and pants in those. Definitely want to make sure it's going to the right person. It is Nick. Getting that nice pair of double RL jeans. He's going to love them. Can you combine ship with a store? Yes, you can combine shipping, but a lot of times with combined shipping, I just have people ask me if I combine shipping, and I do. So I just say I'll ship them together, send me or buy everything you want. I'll pack it, I'll ship it, and I'll send you the refund of the difference. So it costs $10 to ship. They paid $16. I'm going to refund them $6. Cindy, Miss Me sells for you. Okay, there you go. Miss Me sells for you. And that one sold, so that's good. I came from Scotland for a better education. Sounds more Scottish. I was going to say, Daniel, sounds kind of Scottish. Wow, we saw it. Looks awesome. Felix, are you being sarcastic? Are you being mean? Are you bullying me? I've never found these pants before until I found 3 in the same spot. I think I've sold one pair. This is the second pair I've sold, but Built, this brand right here, Built pants, good brand to get and resell for right now. I think that this brand will eventually not be, because it's one of those brands that they're already starting to run big sales with it. And I could see it not one day be worth it out, but who knows? I bought 3 of these, $4.99 a piece. Second one that sold, this one sold for $39.98. That's an auto posture sale. And yeah, so these are a good seller, the Built pants. I've found plenty of the shirts, but never the pants. Next time I wonder. Gotcha, Daniel. I see. Stop me. This special. Let's see. Can you buy Built jeans? Do you buy Built jeans? I would. Yes, this brand. If I find, I've never found them. Built jeans. I didn't even know they make them. I thought they made more like a Lululemon type of stuff. Yeah, if Built jeans at the right price, which I'm guessing they were $7.99 here, I probably wouldn't even look up comps if they were in good condition, because Built is a newer brand that's popular and people wear them right now. So this sold. This is going out in a padded flat rate pants, padded flat rate, and that's how that is being shipped. So that is that. Put that in there. Guys, an hour and 53 minutes later, we shipped it all. I'm so sorry I took so much of your time. Hopefully you learned a little bit. If you're coming in late, you can rewatch it. But I try to answer questions and everything else. So appreciate you guys coming in. I'm going to go take pictures, then take my son to the jump park and list from the jump park. So that's how my workday is going to go. So wasted 2 hours of your life. Felix, you made that choice. That's a poor decision on your part to spend time with me. So Newbert's, have a nice day. You guys too. Like I told the kids, it's a choice you made. You want to spend that time with me? That's your choice. That's your choice. It might be a bad decision. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Felix. Love you guys. Have fun at the jump park. Appreciate everybody. And have a great day. Get those sales rolling. January is typically a good month. February is not bad either. The slower months, I really don't have slow months, to be honest. The only time it's slow for me is when I go on vacation and don't list. But anyways, have a good day.